Hi, good morning to everyone. In previous class, we discussed regarding problems on stresses developed in the pressure wells or thin cylindrical shells. Now, in this session, I am going to discuss about strains developed in a cylindrical shell due to the internal fluid pressure. Okay, coming to concept, change in dimensions of a thin cylindrical shell due to the application of stress, that is circumference stress and longitudinal stress, that is sigma c is equals to PD by 2t and longitudinal stress PD by 4t. Okay, due to these stresses some amount of strains develop in the material. Now we are going to find the relations for calculating the strains developed in the cylindrical shells. Okay, let's consider delta D is the change in diameter of the cylindrical shell. Next, delta L is the change in length of a shell. Next, mu is the Poisson's ratio. Assume here the cylindrical shell is caused due to these two stresses. Along throughout its length, the longitudinal stress will be developed, and throughout its circumference stress will be developed. Okay, next we know that circumference strain, it is denoted by E suffix C. Generally the strain is denoted by small e. The suffix C indicates the circumferential strain. It is also written as E1. Okay, now we are going to calculate the strain. We all of us know, whenever a body is subjected to mutually perpendicular stresses, in which direction we are going to calculate the strain, that is in the direction the stress developed is positive, in the opposite to the direction is negative, so that we need to consider the Poisson's ratio. That means whatever the direction we are going to applying the stress, in that direction stress is positive, the opposite, that is perpendicular to that applied force, is negative, so that we are going to add the Poisson's ratio due to the lateral strain and longitudinal strain concept. Okay, previously we discussed, so that it can be written as E1 is equals to sigma c by E minus mu into sigma L by E, where sigma c is nothing but circumference stress and sigma L is nothing but longitudinal stress. Already we calculated sigma c is nothing but PD by 2t and sigma L is PD by 4t. Okay, in this equation we are going to move the PD by 4t term as a common, so that in this term we multiplied this term with 2 and divide by 2 by 2, so that PD by 4t we taken as common. The remaining term, that is 2 minus mu, in this equation E1 is nothing but change in diameter by Poisson's diameter, so that delta D is equals to EC into T. So that substitute the value of EC in this equation, will get the value, that is final formula for change in diameter, that means circumferential strain, that is PD square by 4TE into 2 minus mu. Okay, it is the circumferential strain developed in the material due to the internal fluid pressure. Next, coming to longitudinal strain, it is denoted by E suffix L. It is also denoted as E suffix 2. It can be written as, here the stress is applied in the longitudinal direction, so that we taken as sigma L as positive, so that sigma L by E minus mu into sigma c by E. Already we know that sigma L is nothing but PD by 4t minus mu into sigma is nothing but PD by 2t. Take PD by 4t as common, so that 1 minus 2 mu. Here delta L is equals to small el into L. Okay, you can write the formula for strain, that is change in length by original length, so that substitute the value of sigma c in this sigma L in this equation, you get the formula for change in length, that is PDL by 4TE into 1 minus 2 nu. It is the formula for calculating the change in length in the pressure vessel. So that next, now we need to calculate the volumetric strain developed in the cylindrical shell. Here the initial volume of the cylinder, that is V is equals to pi by 4 d square into L. It is, that means area into L. Here area is the pi by 4 d square. Next, change in volume, that is pi by 4 d square delta L plus pi by 4 L into 2d into delta d. By differentiating this equation, that means here pi by 4 is the constant and d square into L is the variables, that is d by dx of uv. That means therefore u into dv by dx, v into du by dx. By using that formula we derived. So by next, change in strain, that is nothing but strain is nothing but change in volume by original volume. Here it is the formula for change in volume and it is the formula for original volume. By dividing this equations, we will get the formula, that is delta V by V, that equals to delta L by L plus 2 into delta D by D. In the above equation, delta L by L we can written as delta L plus 2 into delta D by D can be written as E suffix D. Okay, it is the formula for calculating the strain, volumetric strain in the material. Next, it is the one more method to find the formula for change in volume of a cylindrical shell. Next, finally, E suffix V is equals to PD by 2TE into 1 minus 2 nu. Here PD by 4T is the common term, so that we taken PD by 4T is common. The remaining formula, that is 5 minus 4 mu, is the final volumetric strain of the material. Here we know that the change in volume can be written as delta V, E suffix V into V. We know that volume of a cylindrical shell is pi by 4 d square into L. So that finally the formula for change in volume, that is PD cube pi L by 16 T into 5 minus 4 mu. It is the change in volume in the material. Okay. Next, coming to problems on cylindrical shell for calculating the strains, that is a cylindrical shell is 3 meters long and is having 1 meters internal diameter and 15 mm thickness. It is the variables they given, diameter, length, diameter and thickness. For these values we need to calculate the maximum intensity of shear stress induced and changes in the shell. Okay, so that we need to calculate the shear stress as well as changes in the shell. Next, it is subjected to an internal fluid pressure of 1.5 Newton per millimeter square and take Young's modulus E is equals to 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per millimeter square and Poisson's ratio as 0.3. Okay, first note down the given data, that is length of the cylindrical shell, that is they given as 3 meters. Next, convert into millimeters, that is 3000 millimeters. Next, diameter as 1 meter, so that converted into millimeter means that is 1000 millimeters. Next, thickness they given as 15 millimeter. Okay. Next, pressure as 1.5 Newton per millimeter square. Next, Young's modulus is equals to 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per millimeter square and mu is equals to 0.3. Here, first calculate the hoop stress. Here hoop stress, we know that sigma c is equals to PD by 2t. Here we know that 1.5 into diameter is 1000 and 2 into d. Now we calculate the sigma c value. Next, coming to longitudinal stress, delta sigma L is equals to PD by 4t. Substitute all these values in this equation. You get the value of longitudinal stress as 25. That means it is the half of the sigma c. Next, find out the shear stress, that is Q max is equals to sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by L or F1 minus F2 by L. By substituting the value of F1, sigma 1 and sigma 2 in this equation, we will get the value, that is 12.5 Newton per millimeter square. Okay, it is the half of the value of longitudinal stress. Next, the diametrical strain, already we calculated the, we formulated the formula, that is delta D by D is equals to EC into D. Okay, in this equation 1 by E into sigma C into mu into sigma 1. 1 by E into sigma C is 50 and sigma L is 25. So that by simplifying this equation, we will get the value of diameter, change in diameter as 0.2125. Okay, it is the change in diameter in the material. Okay. Next, coming to longitudinal strain. Longitudinal strain is equals to sigma 1 by E into minus mu into sigma C by E. Already we calculated this formula. By simplifying this formula, we will get that is 1 by E into sigma 1 minus mu into sigma C. Okay, so that sigma L is 25 and sigma C is 50 and Poisson's ratio as 0.3. By simplifying this equation, we will get 5 into 10 power minus 5 is the value of longitudinal strain. Okay, so that now we need to calculate the change in length, that is 5 into 10 power minus 5 into L. By simplifying this equation, we will get the value of change in length, that is 0.15 millimeters. Okay, it is the change in length in the material. Okay, next, finally, change in volume. Change in volume we can calculate, that is delta V by V, that equals to 2 into EC by EL. EC is nothing but circumference strain and EL is nothing but longitudinal strain. By substituting all these values in the equation, we get the value, that is volumetric strain, that is 4.75 into 10 power minus 4. Okay, now calculate the 4 delta V, 4.75 into 10 power minus 4 into pi by 4 d square into L. It is the volume of the cylindrical shell. By simplifying this equation, we will get the value of change in volume as 111992.4 millimeter cube. It is the value change in volume in the material. Next, another problem, that is a thin cylindrical shell 2 meters long. Cylindrical shell is 2 meters long and having 200 mm diameter and thickness of the metal is 100 mm. Okay, thickness of the metal is 100 mm. It is filled completely with a fluid atmospheric pressure. If an additional amount of 25,000 millimeter cube fluid is pumped in it, the pressure developed and the hoop stress developed. Find also the changes in the diameter. In this problem, we need to calculate the stresses and strains developed in the cylindrical shells, so that they given a value of Young's modulus and Poisson's ratio as 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per millimeter square and Poisson's ratio as 0.3. Okay, here the formula for circumference is PD by 2T. Substitute the value of pressure and diameter and thickness. In this problem, they are not given pressure value, so that the stress in terms of P we obtain 10P, so that from longitudinal stress 5P, diametrical strain is equals to delta D by D, that equals to sigma C by E into minus mu into sigma L by E. Okay, by simplifying this equation, we will get the diametrical strain, that is nothing but circumference strain, that is 8.5 P by E. Okay, next, by considering the change in length by original length. Okay, next, delta L by L E is equals to E suffix L, that equals to 1 by E into sigma 1 minus mu into sigma psi. By substituting all these values, we will get the value of longitudinal strain as 2P by E. Okay, it is the diametrical strain. Volumetric strain as E delta V by V. We know that the value of ED and EL. By substituting all these values, we will get the volumetric strain, that is 19P by E. Okay, therefore, finally, pressure developed, that is P is equals to delta V by V into E by 19. Okay, it is the value of pressure developed. By substituting all these values, we will get the value pressure, that is 4.1888. Next, coming to hoop stress, PD by 2T, substitute the value of pressure, already whatever the calculated value, 4.188, the same value we substituted here, and diameter is 200. By simplifying this equation, we will get the formula for hoop stress as 41.88 Newton per millimeter square and diametrical strain as delta D by D. Formula, that is 8.5 2 into 10 power 5. Okay, it is the value of diameter. By simplifying this value, you will get the value of change in diameter as 0.0356. Okay, next coming to longitudinal strain. Longitudinal strain is equals to 2p by 2 into 10 power 5. Change in length is equals delta L is equals to 2p by E into L, where 2p is the value. Okay, so that the maximum change in length in the cylindrical shell, that is 0.08376 millimeters. Okay, it is the value of change in length. Okay, thanks for watching.